What's up everyone, welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We're aiming for 20k subscribers and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and that's probably because you haven't hit the bell. Thank you again for all your support. We're so proud of the amazing community that we've built. So we're just taking a look at Polygon here, and it does look as though we are rolling over because of the wider market. It seems like most markets in the world, including the stock market, have basically been rolling over on this Evergrande news. It seems as though everyone thinks that some kind of black swan event is on the horizon, and a lot of people have been getting scared, and it seems like the market is basically rolling over with a bit of weak hand syndrome from what we can tell, with some partial liquidations on some longs and stuff as well from the on-chain data that we can see. And it looks as though basically what's happened here is we've just been rolling over for Polygon here, basically coming back down to test the bottom of some of these levels that we were talking about. So we did have this range here looking something like this. It looks as though we are somewhat losing the bottom of the range right now. We did have some price targets to the downside that we did talk about at around that, that 110 level at the bottom of this wick. It's actually a 111, but we'd say about 110 would probably be a decent level. If we just draw this in here, you can see what we're talking about. We've got a decent level here at about 110. You can see here, it was a previous level of resistance, flipped into support. We come all the way up, we come back down, we test it as support again. It looks as though we've had a little renaissance to the upside, and now it looks as though we may be rolling over a little bit more. And if we do roll over from the bottom of this range here fully, off the bottom of these wicks here, then we could be looking at coming back down and double bottom, maybe back testing that level at around 110, which we did say was one of our short-term price targets to the downside if we do start to roll over in the wider market. And it seems quite likely, in our opinion, that considering the momentum to the downside right now, it does seem as though we may be coming to sweep some of these lows like this before we have a bit of continuation to the upside, because people always seem to forget that we're still in a bull market, and it's perfectly healthy to have corrections like this, because we're not going to go up to the upside in a straight line. I mean, we've basically just had upwards momentum for essentially a few months here. So having a few weeks of, correction to the downside is not necessarily a bad thing. And we could potentially just be putting in a higher high, higher low, find support, and then higher high and continuation. So basically, stuff like this is perfectly normal in the market. It's perfectly healthy to have a correction like this. And I don't think that people should be too concerned as of yet about the price action, because we're still holding levels of support really bullishly. As you can see, we come down all the way pretty much to that 0.38 Fibonacci extension where we got the bounce. Obviously, we've been in and around that 5.0 trying to hold it as support, but we did lose it. So we'll probably just come back down to our next level of support at around the 0.38 here, where we'll probably potentially get that double bottom and that continuation, basically making our higher high, higher low, and then coming up for that higher high towards the all-time high. So in reality, we don't think things are going too badly at all. We obviously come up to around that $1.80-ish level, and we'd rolled over because of that El Salvador news. And we're just finding support on our Fibonacci levels, aren't we? You can see they're being respected all over the place here. Resistance flipped into support, resistance here, fake out to the upside, we come back inside, fake out again, come back down, support, and then we'll come back down potentially here, get some more support before that continuation. So basically things are looking bleak in the short term, but we do think overall things are actually looking pretty bullish in our opinion. And sooner or later, considering that we are getting towards being oversold here as well, that we're probably going to get a bounce pretty damn soon. So short-term price predictions then, if we do roll over, as we keep saying, cleanly from the bottom of this range here, we're obviously looking to bounce at around that 0.38 level, at around that 110 psychological level as well. And we do obviously have the $1 level if we roll over even more at the bottom of this little range here. You can see here we've got the top of our range and the bottom of our range, basically looking something like this. This is basically 110 and $1 respectively. You can see here you'd probably expect, if we come down into this area, you'd expect to bounce here considering how much structure we have in this area. So, and then if we do start to get a little bounce to the upside, we want to reclaim that 0.50 at 128-ish, and then obviously reclaim the EMAs, which do look as though they may be flipping bearish fairly soon, which is a bit of a concern. And then we have the 618 coming in around 152 as well. You want to get back up to the top of this range first before anything else really. And then longer term price predictions, as we always say, we do think that $5 to $10 for Polygon by the end of the bull run is very likely. We're still in the bull market. We're just having an extended corrective period. And sooner or later, we are going to get that nice bounce to the upside. And we have got the 127 at around $4, the 141 at around $5-ish, the 161 at around $6.67, and you know that big 227 extension at $17. But we do realistically think that $5 to $10 for Polygon very possible. So that's it, guys. We'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with the 4 videos that we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalist.